Prepare to be illuminated.
Hey guys, Skypoint here. A couple of days ago, one of my viewers, John Heafy, had asked if I could make a video talking through my strategies for building up gold and making my card collection. So let me go ahead and talk a bit about that. So first of all, getting gold in this game is actually pretty easy. It throws gold at you. I made my video where I spent all of my gold, I think about 31,600 gold, less than 2 months ago. In that time, I have spent no money on buying gold or tickets, right? But I've already built up in 2 months a bank of 9,000 gold coins for free. So, how do you do that? So you should actually be making around a minimum of 140 coins for free every single day of this game. How does that work? First of all, you have your free crates. There's 4 of them every day. Each pops out every 6 hours. And what that means is, for example, you pick up a crate before you sleep, you get up, hopefully 8 hours later, and the next crate is ready for you to pick up, and then a couple hours after that, you can pick up another one. And so every day you should be grabbing 4 crates. Each crate will generally have somewhere between 4 to 8 gold coins in it. So let's be reasonably pessimistic and call it on average 5. So 4 free crates a day gives you 20 gold coins. Now, on top of that, you also get your daily missions. Now, your daily missions will give you, again, a relatively random amount of money. At the low end, it's about 15 gold coins, so that adds another 15 coins onto that. But what goes with that as well is the fact that in order to get your daily mission, you actually had to win 5 games on the ladder. Well, 5 games hopefully on the ladder, which will actually give you 5 coins per game every day. So that's another 25 coins. So what that really means is that between the free crates where you got 20, the daily mission where you got around 15 minimum, plus your 25 coins which you won from winning the games to get to your daily missions, you are at around 60 gold coins. Next up is the daily challenge. Now the daily challenge, it's worth trying to figure out a deck which can do every single challenge. The only one I really struggle with is anything about spending energy on troop abilities, but with most of the rest of the decks I can actually now reach the point where I can reach all 3 stages of the challenge. But honestly, just do as many of those as you can, and you should be getting around, let's say, 40 gold coins. Assuming you reach the point where you can do all 3 challenge stages, you'll be getting another 40 gold coins. So adding up with the 20 from your free crates, the 15 from your daily mission, the 25 from doing the 5 wins for the daily mission, and around 40 from the challenge, you should now be at 100 gold coins per day, which is enough for 1 crate, right? But that's not all. As well as that, your daily missions gives you a ticket. And you should be trying to make sure you use your tickets, because if you get to around 4 wins in the event, you're going to be getting around 40 gold coins from that, which will take your total to 140. Even if you get no wins out of it, it's around another 15 to 20 coins you get. If you're new to the game and you don't and you're still figuring out like how to play the events well, just use your ticket every single day. If you feel pretty confident about events and feel that you should normally be able to reach at least 4 wins, save up your tickets for a 10 ticket run just for your own convenience's sake. So with that, you should be getting 140 coins a day, and that adds up pretty quickly, right? Because that turns into, what, if we look at this, so it's 140 coins gives you, per week, that's going to be around 1,000 coins a week, which is enough for 10 crates per week. Given that a legendary card is guaranteed every 20 crates, a legendary card's odds are 1 in 20, and you're guaranteed to get a card by your 30th crate, or at your 30th crate if you haven't got a legendary already. This means that making 1,000 coins a week this way, you're guaranteed a legendary card every 2 to 3 weeks, right? That's going to start your collection going. Alright, now speaking of collection, how do you build up the actual number of cards you have, and what's the best strategy to follow with that? First of all, whatever you did to get these 140 coins every day is also getting you a ton of cards. Your free crates are going to give you around 8 cards a day. That's 2 troops, tactics, or sometimes cosmetics in each free crate, so that's 8. Your daily missions gives you another 4, so that takes you to 12. Your challenges gives you another 4 cards, so that's 16. And then lastly, your event run, which you're doing every day, will give you another 4 cards. You're getting 20 cards a day. Now maybe, let's say, some of those will be cosmetics. Let's be pessimistic and say 4 of them were cosmetics. You're still looking at 16 troop and tactic cards a day. The rarity of those will vary. Most of the time they're going to be common or rare, occasionally epics, and very, very rarely you're going to start getting legendaries from there. There's almost a meme on the forum that the green stage 2 challenge crates are the most likely way of getting a Primarch. That's just based entirely on hearsay. There's no statistics around that, but that's just a joke. But the point is that any one of those crates you're getting for free can give you a Primarch, and there's people who did get Primarchs for free. I mean, I got my Magnus the Red during an event from the worst quality crate, a crate where an event run where I didn't even reach 2 wins. I managed to get Magnus the Red as a reward for that. So anyway, you can get legendaries and even Primarchs from any of these crates. The odds are very low, so it's just the more of them you do, the more you get. Over the course of the year and 2 months I've been playing this game, I think I've got 1 legendary out of a free crate and 1 legendary from a very poor performance event run. But basically the point I'm making is every crate has a chance of being awesome. Alright, so now you're getting your collection of coins, and how do you actually build your collection of cards? So on top of, as I mentioned, everything you do, which is getting you your coins, so your 16 cards a day, let's talk about the shop. So first of all, the one thing you need to accept is getting Primarchs will be really, really hard. Just drop your hopes for a Primarch, you'll be happier, and you'll also be ecstatic whenever you finally get one. But okay, let's talk through this. The main place you're going to be getting your, especially if you're early in the game, the main place you're going to be getting your cards from is buying crates, right? There's a couple of options. You can buy crates for particular expansions, or you can buy crates for particular legions. I generally lean towards expansion crates. So what I would say is that if you're new to the game and you're trying to build up your collection, start by buying cards from the base set until you feel like you have around half the cards in the base set. Then go for starting to buy cards from each expansion until you feel like you have around half the cards from the expansion. After that, in general, just focus on buying crates from whichever set you feel you have the least cards from, because that's the way you're going to be getting the most new cards, right? But it's pretty random. Each whatever you get, I mean, well, eventually you're going to reach the point where most of what you're drawing out of card crates, or even what you're getting for free, tend to be duplicates of cards you already have. That's not a problem, because the most important place for building your collection is the store, right? So you've got 2 stores, the regular store as well as the veteran store. Obviously, with the veteran store adding another 8 cards, it's really important to make sure you log in every day so that you have access to the veteran store, because the odds are the card which you want is going to be in the well, there's a 50% chance that when the card you want is available for sale, it's in the veteran store. So as I said, the store is going to be the main place you get the specific cards you're after, but buying crates will also make sure all those duplicates are turning into gems, which are the currency you're going to spend in the regular store. And remember, there's just no way to buy gems directly, right? So when these cards you want are in the store, you better hope you've got the gems for that. So speaking of that, every single day the store will have 2 legendaries in there, one in the regular store and one in the veteran store. I would strongly recommend that you always try to make sure you've got 1,600 gems free at any point, so that whenever the legendary that you really need shows up in the store, you're able to buy it. So even though other cards you might want are going to be in there, I would say that you should ideally wait until you've got 1,600 gems saved before you start buying anything else, right? That way you don't miss out. Because what you also really do not want to miss out on is on special occasions, the devs will put a Primarch in the store at 1,600 gems. And you don't want to be one of those people who's never got a Primarch yet, and who the day before blew all of their gems, and the next day discovers that a Primarch, in fact a Primarch they might actually want, is now in the store. So just watch out for that and make sure you always have coins spare, but at the same time, the store is going to be your main place for buying the specific cards which you want. Alright, lastly, the Legion specific crates. Why would you ever buy those? And the answer is one word only: Primarchs. If you're incredibly desperate for a particular Primarch, the Legion crate is the best place to try to do that, but the odds are super low. Let's take a look at this. Let's say you're trying to get Alpharius, right? So the Alpha Legion crate has 5 cards, and at least 3 of them are from the Alpha Legion, and 1 of them is rare or better. So there's somewhere between a 1 in 20 and a 1 in 25 chance of this crate containing a legendary card. Now the Alpha Legion has 5 legendary cards, so let's multiply the odds of that to say that if there's a 1 in 25 chance of getting a legendary card, there's 1 in 125 of that card being Alpharius. And now the actual Alpha Legion crates, though, they actually cost 200 gold, right? As opposed to like a regular crate for an expansion or the base set, which costs 100 gold. So what that means is that for every 200 coins you spend, there's a 1 in 125 chance of getting Alpharius, and you can just do the maths to say that, okay, if you divide that by 2, so make it 100 coins. Sorry, if you divide that by 2, yes, if per 100 coins you spend, that means there's going to be a 1 in 250 chance of getting Alpharius out of this deck. So just compare that to the odds of getting legendaries in the other crates, right? So each of these crates will have 5 cards in it. One of those for the whichever expansion is rare or better. Now there's 17 in each of the expansions. There's 17 rare cards. Sorry, there's 17 legendary cards in each expansion, and in the base set is actually much higher. There's somewhere like oh god, there's 5 per legion, so that's 20 from the legions, plus at least probably another 10 or 10 legendary cards across the 3 neutral factions. So there's 30 legendary cards in like the base set, and there's 17 legendary cards in each of the expansions, and you've got the same odds of drawing a legendary card per 100 coins you spend on any of these base or expansion sets, but the odds of a legendary per 100 coins are lower for the faction specific decks. So I usually do not recommend buying the faction specific decks unless you're really pushing your luck and you're trying for a particular Primarch, but I would not advise that. The main way you would probably get a Primarch is just by sheer dumb luck, either from one of the main expansion crates as you're building your collection, or from a free crate, or from an event reward crate. So the odds, as I said, is something you can't really control. The best thing to do is just give up on your hopes of getting a Primarch and just accept it when it happens. Honestly, it's not a big deal, because for every faction, there's non-Primarch warlords who are just excellent, right? So yes, there's Horus Lupercal on Sons of Horus, but Tarek Torgiden is pretty damn good as well. In fact, he's got higher initiative. For world leaders, Angron is very aggressive, but Erlin is actually even more popular at the top end of the ladder. Emperor's Children, actually Fulgrim is one of the least popular warlords now. Fabius, Bile, Saul, and Lucius are generally played much more successfully. From the Death Guard, Mortarion is nice, but you see a lot more Dirac Rasks and Garrows. Well, these guys have no Primarchs. From the Iron Hands, people tend to favor Gabriel Santar, Shadrach, and Amadeus Duquesne. Salamanders, at the top of the ladder, is just all about Archelaus Numion. From the Raven Guard, Vincente 6 and Nicona Shuriken get seen almost as often as Corax does. From the Iron Warriors, Perturabo's kind of slow. Narek Drager tends to be the favorite guy at the top. Alpha Legion sees a lot of Alpharius, but also a ton of Exodus. Exodus is equally good, comparable at the top of the ladder. From the Night Lords, okay, Conrad Kurz is actually the best Night Lord's Warlord, but following him, Sevatar can be very strong too. From the Space Wolves, frankly, all three of their warlords can be very powerful. You see a lot of Bullfy Greybeard at the top of the ladder now. He's probably a little bit OP. From the Thousand Suns, Phosis Takar is actually pretty good now, especially with all the nerfs to Magnus. And from the Legio Custodes, Aracid Nassau is probably the best warlord they have right now, and he's very popular. So the point is that Primarchs are nice. They're not worth blowing their money on, because every faction has non-Primarch warlords who work well at the top of the ladder. You don't need a Primarch to win. Alright, so I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know your feedback and your thoughts and any questions you have in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So until then, good luck building up your gold, your gems, and your collection, guys. Alright, bye for now.